Good morning, students. Say your prayer. Yeah, thank you. நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்து முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்து முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்து முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். Okay, students, take your social science book. Yeah, take page number 42. So today we will see the trade activities of ancient Tamil people. That is the Sangam age Tamil people. In this lesson we are discussing about the Sangam age Tamil people. So today's class we will discuss about the trade activities. And also some archaeological excavation sites. So trade activities and also some archaeological excavation sites of Tamil Nadu. So in our previous class we have discussed about the society in Sangam age, that is the composition of society, social classification. So there are several communities, so like Panar, Paradavar, Ulavar, Vendar, Vetuvar, Maravar. So like that, so there are several clans, several groups in Sangam age society. So we have discussed that also. Then we discussed about the women's, so the position of women's. So women's were referred as mothers, heroines and foster mothers in our literature. So they were treated equally as like that of women. So men were treated as like that of men. So they were given proper respect. So they were mentioned in literature. Then we discussed about economy. So economy. So based on the landscape, so economy was elaborated. So based on the Tinai. So based on Tinai, so people's economy is derived. So first we discussed about agriculture production. So their agriculture crops. So what are the crops they cultivated? So where we get the evidence. Then the industries. So the types of industries. So which was existed in ancient Tamilagam. Then pottery. Then we know about their iron industry. So we got some evidence about iron smelting industry in some places, especially in Kodumanal and Gattur. Then stone ornaments. So the ornaments owned by ancient people. Then gold jewelry, then glass beads. We have discussed that also. So gold jewelry. So ancient Tamil people used gold ornaments. So they have trade contact with the Roman country. So from Roman Empire, so they got gold coins, so which they converted, so which they changed to gold jewelry. Then glass beads. So the technique in making glass beads, we saw that also. Then pearl fishing and shell bangles. So pearl diving, so which is common in coastal region, especially in Pamban coast. So we have recently excavated a pearl in Keeladi site. So we have discussed that also. Then finally about textile. So evidence of spindle wheels and pieces of cloth have been found at Kodumanal, so which is in near Chennimalai. So we have discussed these topics in our previous class. So in today's class we will discuss about the trade activities. Exchange, trade, merchants and trade routes. So we saw the primary production of grains, cattle, wealth and various commodities. In our previous class we saw that the primary production of grains, that is primary production of agriculture products, so then the cattle wealth of ancient Sangam people and also various commodities. So people involved in producing various goods. So like the glass beads, gold jewelry, textiles, pearl fishing, shell bangle, etc. So our ancient Tamil people involved in producing various ornaments and various goods. So these goods were not produced by everybody and were not produced in all settlement. So the notable one is, so these goods, so which we have discussed in our previous class, was not produced by everybody. So no one know to produce all these goods in a single place. So these goods were not produced by everybody and were not produced in all settlements. So resources and commodities were not available in all region. So if you take the resources and commodities, that is the goods, so they were not available in all regions. So say for example, so the hill region so did not have fish. So in hill region you can't get fish or salt. So in the hilly region, so they won't have fish or salt. But in the coastal region, so they could not produce paddy. So hill region did not have fish and salt, while in the coastal region they could not produce paddy. So therefore trade and exchange was important for people to have access to different commodities. So trade and exchange is necessary for the people to get their things, to get different things. So this system was known as the barter system. So say for example, if a hilly region people so wants salt means, so he have to go to coastal region. So if a coastal region people want paddy means, so they have to come to the plain region. So here, so the importance of trade is very needed one. So that's why, so trade is important. So initially we followed the barter system. So traders means business persons. So the terms Vanigan and Nigama guild appeared in Tamil Brahmi inscription. Yes. The terms Vanigan, yes, in Tamil we say the traders as Vanigar, so Vanigar, and Nigama, so guild, appear in Tamil Brahmi inscriptions. So there were different types of merchants. So there were different types of traders. So gold merchants, cloth merchants, and salt merchants. So gold merchant means, those who sells gold objects. So cloth merchants. Then salt merchants. So different types of merchants which was mentioned in Tamil Brahmi inscription. So salt merchants, so how they were called as? Womaners. So the salt merchants were called as womaners, and they traveled in bullock cart along with their family and sells the salt. So salt merchants were called womaners, and they traveled in bullock carts along with their family. So means of transport. So what was used by ancient people for trade activities? So how they transport their goods? They used bullock carts and animals. So for transporting goods by land. So in land they used bullock carts and animals. So trade routes linked the various towns of Tamilagam. So trade route linked, so connected the various towns of Tamilagam. So various types of watercraft and sea going vessels. So that is ships. So ships in Tamilagam have various names. So they are Kalam, Pakri, Vodam, Thoni, Teppam, and Navai. So they are mentioned in Tamil literature. So the sea going vessels, that is ships, have different name. So there are various types of sea going vessels were mentioned in Tamil literature. That is, they are Kalam, Pakri, Vodam, Thoni, Teppam, and Navai. So they are used in means of transport. They are used as a means of transport in sea. So barter and coins. So initially barter was the primary mode of exchange. So barter means exchange of goods for goods. So exchange of goods for goods. So nowadays we are using money so for trade activities. So if you want to buy anything means you have to give money. But in ancient time, so before the usage of coins, so people followed the barter system. So they gave and exchange the goods. So for example, rice was exchanged for fish. So if a coastal region people want rice means, so he gave fish to the people who have rice. So then the people having rice gave the rice to that people and get fish. So for example, rice was exchanged for fish. Salt was a precious, and a handful of it would fetch an equal amount of rice. So salt is precious during that time. So salt, so for one handful of salt, so they have give an equal amount of rice. So the extensive availability of coin hoards of the Sangam age of the Chera, Chola, Pandya and the Malayaman indicates that they were used widely. So then there came the use of coins. So the extensive availability of coins of the Sangam age of Chera, Chola, Pandya and Malayaman. So one of the Velir. So one of the Velir indicates that they were, that the coins were used widely. So Tamilagam and overseas interactions. So in the means of transport and the barter and coins. So we discussed internal trade. Then so Tamil people have trade contact with foreign countries also. So Tamil country had connection with the countries overseas, both in the east and the west. Yeah. So they had contact. So they had trade connection with the eastern and western countries. So Roman ships used monsoon wind to cross the western sea, that is Arabian Sea, to connect Tamilagam within the western world. Yeah. So Roman ship, so used the monsoon wind, especially the southwest monsoon. Yeah. So which is from June to September. Yeah. So these ships used to cross the Arabian Sea to connect Tamilagam to the western world. Yeah. So spices including pepper, ivory and precious stones were exported. Yeah. So from Tamilagam, so spices which includes pepper, then ivory and precious stones were exported to Rome. So metals including gold, silver and copper and precious stones were imported. Yeah. So from Tamilagam, pepper, ivory and precious stones were exported. Yeah. So to Tamilagam, so from Roman Empire, so from Rome, so metals including gold, silver and copper and some precious stones were imported. Yeah. So in Tamil literature, so Yavanar was mentioned. So Yavanar was mentioned. So Yavanar means, so Yavanar referred to the westerners, which includes Greeks, Romans and West Asian people. Yeah. So Yavana derived from the Greek region of Ionia. Yes, in Tamil literature, so there they mention about Yavanar. Okay, so the foreigners, so especially the westerners, were mentioned as Yavanars. Yeah, so Yavanars means, so the people from Greek, Roman and West Asia. So Tamil Nadu to Red Sea coast. So Tamil Nadu to Red Sea coast. An Indian jar with a 7.5 kg of pepper, teak wood, a potsherd with the Tamil Brahmi inscription and Indian pottery have been discovered at Bernik, a port on the Red Sea coast of Egypt. Okay, so an Indian jar with 7.5 kg of pepper, teak wood, a potsherd with the Tamil Brahmi inscription and Indian pottery have been discovered at Bernik, a port on the Red Sea coast of Egypt. At Qasr al-Qadim, so another port located north of Bernik on the Red Sea coast, 3 Tamil Brahmi inscriptions, Panayori, Kanan and Katan have been found on pottery discovered here. Yeah, so first an Indian jar with 7.5 kg of pepper, teak wood, a potsherd with Tamil Brahmi inscription and Indian pottery, so have been discovered at Bernik, so which is a port on the Red Sea coast of Egypt. Yes, Egypt, it is in the northwest of Africa. Yeah. Then at Qasr al-Qadim, so another port located to the north of Bernik on the Red Sea coast, so 3 Tamil Brahmi inscriptions, so Panayori, Kanan and Katan, so have been found on pottery. Yeah, so was discovered here. Then a stone with the name Perumbatankal, so has been found at Kuan Luk Pat, which is in Thailand. Yeah, so a stone with the name Perumbatankal, so has been found at Kuan Luk Pat, which is in Thailand. So Southeast Asia was known as Swarnabhumi in Tamil literature. Yeah, so Southeast Asia was called as Swarnabhumi. Yeah. So the western countries were mentioned as Yavanars, while that the eastern countries, the Southeast Asia, was called as Swarnabhumi in Tamil literature. Yeah. So this stone, Perumbatankal, so maybe used by a person called Perumbatan. So maybe he was a goldsmith. Yeah. So it was a touchstone used to test the purity of gold. Yeah, so the stone, Perumbatankal, was used by a person called as Perumbatan. So he may be a goldsmith. Yeah, so this stone is used to test the purity of gold. So Ahananuru, poem 149. Yeah, so there are 400 poems in Ahananuru. So what is Ahananuru? Yeah, so one of the poem, yeah, so one of the anthology of எட்டு தொகை. Yeah, so 17 மேல்கணக்கு poems. Okay, so Ahananuru poem 149 describes the trading at the port of Musiri as follows. The well-crafted ships of the Yavana came with gold, returned with pepper at the wealthy port of Musiri. Yes, Ahananuru poem describes about the port of Musiri. Yeah. In port Musiri, so Yavana, the ships from Yavana came with gold. Yeah, so the ships from Yavana came with gold and returned with pepper. Yes, returned with pepper. Yes, this was mentioned in Ahananuru poem 149. Emergence of towns and ports. So the Sangam age saw the first urbanization in Tamilagam. So cities developed and they had brick buildings, roof tiles, ring bells and planned towns, streets and storehouses. So the town worked as port and artisanal centers. So the Sangam age saw the first urbanization. So urbanization means Yeah, of the people involved in non-agriculture, commercial and political occupation means then that area is called as urban center. Okay, so the Sangam age saw the first urbanization in Tamilagam. Yeah, so cities developed. So they had brick buildings. Yeah, so the buildings were constructed with the help of bricks. Then roof tiles. So ring wells. Yeah, so they began to construct it. The ring wells. Yeah, so the well is in the shape of a ring. So they have well planned towns, streets. Yeah, and they have storehouses for storing the food grains. Yeah, then the towns worked as port and artisanal centers. Yes, in the coastal region and in the riverside ports emerged. Yeah, so trade ports emerged. Then Arikamedu, Kaveri Pumbettinam, Alagankulam and Korkai on the east coast and Pattanam in Kerala were the port centers. Yes, Arikamedu, Kaveri Pumbettinam, Alagankulam, Korkai, so which is in the east coast, and also Pattanam in Kerala, so which is in the west coast, the port centers. So inland trade centers. So some of the inland trade centers were developed which emerged as towns. Yeah, so Kanjipuram, Urayur, Karur, Madurai and Kodumanal. So they were inland trade centers. So many goods and commodities were produced in these centers. Yeah, so many goods and commodities were produced in these centers and were exported to various regions. Yeah, so goods and commodities were produced so in the above mentioned centers and they were exported. And they were sent to various regions. So though few in number, large towns appeared in the Sangam age. Yeah, so in Sangam age, so we have so few number of towns only, but they were in large. Yeah, so small villages, however, found in many areas. Yeah, so apart from towns, so we have the evidence of about villages. Yeah, so bronze vessels, beads, shell bangles, glass beads, pottery with the names of people written in Tamil Brahmi script were found at these sites. Yeah, so bronze vessels, beads, shell bangles, glass beads, pottery with the names of people written in Tamil Brahmi script were found at these sites. Then faith and belief system. So we have discussed about the trade activities and also emergence of town and port. So trade activities. So how ancient Tamil people have trade relationship with other people. Yeah, so they have their internal trade centers and also they have the trade centers in the coastal region. Yeah, so they have trade contact with the foreigners. Yeah, so the Greek Roman people were called as Yavanars and the Southeast Asia was called as Swarnabhumi. Yeah, so now the faith and the belief system. So like the diverse nature of the society and economy, the belief system of the Sangam age was also diverse. Yeah, so their belief system. Yeah, so what they believe. So in the nature force. So they have a diverse nature. Yeah, it consisted of animism. So animism means so sometimes they worship animals. Yeah, then ancestor worship, hero worship, and worship of several deities. So deities means God. Yeah, so like the diverse nature of the society and economy, the belief system of Sangam age was also diverse. Yeah, so they follow. Yeah, so they worshipped various things. Yeah, so they worshipped animism. They worshipped their ancestors, they worshipped ancestor heroes, then they worshipped several deities. Yeah. So Tolkappiyam, so ancient grammar work. So list the preceding deities of Kurinji, Mullai, Marudam, Neithal and Palai landscape. Yeah, so Tolkappiyam so describes about the gods of the various landscape. So for Kurinji, so the main deity was Murugan. So for Mullai, the main deity was Thirumal. Then for Marudam, it was Indiran. Then Neithal, it was Varnan. Then Palai, it was Kotravai. Okay, so Tolkappiyam lists the preceding deities of Kurinji, Mullai, Marudam, Neithal and Palai landscape as Murugan, Thirumal, Indiran, Varnan and Kotravai. Yeah. So however, so people also worshipped natural forces. Yeah, so apart from the mentioned deities, so people also worshipped natural forces and dead heroes and ancestors. Yeah, so the force of Anangu is mentioned in the literature which indicates the prevalence of animistic beliefs. Yeah, so they worshipped a force called as Anangu. Yeah, so it indicates that the people believed in the animals. Okay, so animistic beliefs was also existed. Yeah. So Jainism, Buddhism. So Jainism was present as evidenced by the caves with the Tamil Brahmi inscriptions. So already we have discussed no. So Tamil Brahmi inscriptions. So the Jains so lived as monks in the caves. Yeah. So this shows Jainism was existed. Then performance of yagna. So yaga. Yeah. So is also evidenced. So Buddhism was also present in certain centers. So different groups practiced various forms of worship. Yeah. So Jainism, Buddhism also existed. Apart from that, so Tamil people worshipped so various natural forces and also their ancestors and various deities. Okay, ma? Then fine arts. So various art forms too existed in the Sangam age. So various art existed in Sangam age. Performance of ritual dances called Veriadal are referred in the literature. So performance of ritual dances. So during any ritual functions, so people perform some dance. So performance of ritual dances so was called as Veriadal, was referred in literature. So composition of poems, playing of music instrument and dance were also known well. So some people compose poems. So some know to play music instrument. So some involved in dance. So these were mentioned in our literature. So then the literature mentions the fine variety of cuisine of the Sangam age. So cuisine means so nothing but so cooking. So people know so to the variety of cooking. So the literature mentions the fine variety of cuisine of the Sangam age. So people took care of their appearance. So people took care of their appearance and evidence of antimony rods, that is coal stick. So made of copper has been found in archaeological site. So this antimony rods, so that is coal stick, was used by women for decorating their eyebrows. So women used this antimony rods, so coal sticks, so which is made of copper, so for decorating their eyebrows. Okay, students, so we have discussed about the trade activities of Sangam age people, then emergence of towns and ports, and also faith and belief system and fine arts. So let us discuss about some archaeological site. So first Pattanam. So Pattanam is located near North Paravur in Vadakegra village of Ernakulam district of Kerala. So Pattanam, which is in Ernakulam district of Kerala. It was an ancient port town that had overseas connection with the western and eastern world. So Pattanam, an ancient port, so which is now in Ernakulam district of Kerala. So this port town had overseas connection with the western and eastern world. So archaeological excavations so shows the evidence of overseas connection with the western and eastern world. So Pattanam, which is in Kerala. So Kodumanal, so which is in Tamil Nadu. So Kodumanal is located near Erode in Tamil Nadu and is identified with the Kodumanam of Paditrupattu. So Kodumanal was mentioned as Kodumanam in Paditrupattu. So evidence of iron, stone bead and shell work as well as megalithic burials have been discovered at this site. So evidence of stone, iron bead, shell work as well as megalithic burials have been discovered at this site. More than 300 pottery inscriptions in Tamil Brahmi have been found. So more than 300 pottery inscriptions so have been excavated in Kodumanal. So Kodumanal is located near Erode in Tamil Nadu. It is located near Chennimalai. Okay, and is identified with Kodumanam of Paditrupattu. So Kodumanal was mentioned as Kodumanam in Paditrupattu. So evidence of iron, stone bead and shell work as well as megalithic burials. So the mega stone age burials have been discovered at this site. More than 300 pottery inscriptions in Tamil Brahmi have also been found. So Keeladi, so recently, so the government, the archaeological department of Tamil Nadu government have completed their excavation in Keeladi. So Keeladi is located near Silaiman east of Madurai on the highway to Rameswaram. So Keeladi is located so on the highways, so from Madurai to Rameswaram. So in a large coconut garden called Pallichandai Thidal, the Archaeological Survey of India and Tamil Nadu State Archaeological Department excavated an ancient town dating to the Sangam age. So in a large coconut garden, so which is called as Pallichandai Thidal. So the Archaeological Survey of India and the Tamil Nadu Archaeological Department excavated an ancient dating to the Sangam age. So archaeological excavation have produced evidence for brick buildings, drainage, Tamil Brahmi inscription on pottery, beads of glass, carnelian and quartz, pearl, iron objects, games pieces, and antimony rods. So further excavation may shed light on the nature of the craft production and the culture activities undertaken at the settlement. So further excavation is going on. So it may show so the evidence of the nature of the craft production and the cultural activities. So the Keeladi excavation. So if we get the complete details about the Keeladi excavation means, so we will know the ancient culture of Tamil Nadu. So we know the pride and ancient culture of Tamil Nadu. So Keeladi. So our Tamil Nadu government so was going to construct a museum. So for the things so which was excavated in Keeladi. So Tamil Nadu government have laid the foundation so for constructing a museum. So soon, if the museum was constructed means, so try to visit that museum. So you can see the pride and the culture of Tamil people. So before 3000 years, so before 2000 years itself, so Tamil people lived with a proper culture. So we got evidence in various sites, especially in Keeladi. Okay students, so we have completed the early Tamil society. So first we discussed about the evidence. So the literary sources and the foreign sources, and also we discussed about the movenders. So the Sangam age polity and also Thinai. Then finally we discussed about the economy. So economy we discussed about so the agriculture practice and non-agriculture practice. Then finally we discussed about the trade activities. And also so people believe. So what they worshipped and the fine arts. So we discussed it in this lesson, and some of the archaeological site, especially Pattanam, Kodumanal and Keeladi. So apart from there are lot of archaeological sites, especially Arikamedu, Alakankulam. So some archaeological sites are there, also there. So just they mention few words about Kodumanal, Keeladi and Pattanam. So this lesson over. So if you have any doubt in this lesson, contact me. So in tomorrow's class we will complete the book back exercise. So today's homework. So take page number 50. Fifth Roman letter. Answer the following questions briefly. Fourth question. Overseas interactions brought glory to the ancient Tamilagam. Give examples in support. Answer in page number 43. Tamilagam and overseas interaction. So in that first paragraph, so Tamil country had connection with countries overseas both in east and west. Roman ships used monsoon wind to cross the Western Sea or Arabian Sea to connect Tamilagam with the Western world. Spices including pepper, ivory and precious stones were exported. Metal including gold, silver and copper and precious stones were imported. So write this as your homework. Then for textbook reading, so take page number 47. Read that two headings, faith and belief system and fine arts. So read these two headings. So this is your textbook reading. So complete your homework. So read well. So once again go through this lesson. So we have completed the third lesson in history, early Tamil society and culture. So thank you. Have a nice day.